Hi everybody, this is Ms. Casbaro. We are starting on the first of our notes. This is the first section, Relations and Functions. And this is kind of a review for most of you. Here is some vocabulary for you. You've got the notes and you can write down your vocabulary at your leisure when you're ready. But for what we need, you're going to have to know that a set is a collection of objects. An ordered pair is made up of an abscissa, which is the x value, and an ordinate, y value. A relation is a set of ordered pairs, any set of ordered pairs. There's no particular rule for that except it's just a set of ordered pairs. The domain is the set of all the abscissas, so that's all an x value, and the range is the set of all ordinates, so that's all y values. State the relation of the range data above as a set of ordered pairs. Also state the domain and range of the relation. So right here, your set of ordered pairs, you would just make them an ordered pair, 1 and 4.1. There it is right there. These are all your x values, which would be your domain. And these right here are all your y values, which would be your range. Okay, is that seeming to be somewhat familiar? I hope so. There are other ways that we also wrote it. All the same, here are your x values, here are your y. This was called a mapping. You just had bubbles of your x values going to your y, and they would also graph it on a coordinate plane. Going across here is your x axis, just like it says there. It's a little bit small, so I thought I'd write it larger. And your y axis. Set notation is what we just had. That's basically what you'll have most of the time now, seeing as you're relatively advanced. So you've got set notation and a table of values. These are the four ways that they would present a relation to you. Now the next thing you had to do was find out, is it a function? A function must have a different output value for each input value. So what it means is x can only go to one y. Okay? If an x right here goes to two different y's, it's going to violate, I don't know if you remember that vertical line test. That will not be a function. So an x can only go to one y. That's what that means. So right here, this x goes to three different y's. X goes to three y's. It is not a function, which is usually how you write that. Not a function. Now, each of these x's only goes to one y. That's fine. Okay? Each x here only goes to one y. This is a function. Okay? So, that's what you're trying to decide on these examples. Is this relation a function? So right here you've got 2 goes to 5, 4 goes to 8, 6 goes to 10, and 8 goes to 11. Each of these x's only goes to one y. You don't have any x's repeat. So yes, this is a function. From last name to social security number. Now guys, remember everybody's social security number is different. But you've probably got the same last name as somebody else. So that would mean that the same last name, say Smith, was going to you, and 10 was going to a friend of yours or cousin or family member, other family member, so it would not be a function. Okay? So this one right here is not a function. All right. So down here, determine whether each one is a function. All right, we've got 7, 8, and 9. And each of those is different. So 7 is by itself, goes to 35, 8 goes to 35, and 9 goes to 35. But each only goes to one y. So this is a function. The number of items in a grocery cart to the total cost of the items in the cart. Let's say you've got 4 items in one cart, but in 2 different carts. One item is full of lobsters and steaks. That's really expensive. That's got a lot of money. The other one's got a couple of loaves of bread and a couple of things of corn. That's not expensive at all. So these 4 items go to 2 different y's. So that would not be a function. So what we've got here is a relation of function. If every x value on a vertical line is the same number, it's not a function. That was what I was telling you about before. If you've got an x here and it goes to 2 different y's or many different y's, that is not a function. So that's how we get the vertical line test. Okay? Got one more slide and then we're going to call it one more slide after this one, and then we're going to call it a day on this video and go to the next one. Right here, is this a function? Well, yes, we can draw a vertical line through each point, but only hit it once. Right here, you hit it twice, and you can do that in a lot of different places. All you have to do is hit it twice one time, and it is not a function. Okay. Using the vertical line test, once again, right here, it hits this 2 times, so it would not be a function. Hit several of them 2 times, right here and right here. Now this one, no matter where I draw it through, I can only hit it 1 time, so it is a function. Right here, only hit this 1 time, so it is a function. Now, it looks like I'm only going to hit it 1 time except for right here. And right here, I hit it 2 times. And so it is not a function. Okay? If you hit the graph 2 times, it would not be a function. Now, if one of them were graphed like this, and the other were graphed like this, that would be a function. That is okay. All right, so this is halfway through the slideshow, but it will at least get you started on whether something's a function or not.